What's up, everybody? This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. So welcome to Techtober. And one of the most anticipated phones is coming out. The Google Pixel 4 and the Google Pixel 4 XL. Everything we need to know about the phone has been released. Google has did a good campaign about the Google Pixel. Let me go ahead and give you my thoughts about this device. Sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So the Google Pixel 4 and the Google Pixel 4 XL is coming. I mean, it's coming. Let me give you my thoughts. We know everything about this phone. We saw all the photos. We saw leaks. We had people holding it in his hand. And we got the complete design and everything. We know about the face unlock. We know about everything about the phone. Let's talk about the specs. The Google Pixel 4 is supposed to have a 5.7-inch OLED display. HD, not Quad HD, but HD, 1080p. We're going to get the Snapdragon 855, 6 gigs of RAM, 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, no SD card support. We get dual cameras on the back, 16 megapixels and a 12 megapixel respectively. We get a 2800 milliamp battery on the smaller model, right? And 2800 milliamp in 2019, I don't know, but Google have always modified the devices to run pretty well. And a design choice, not favorable in my camp, but it is what it is, right? We're not going to get the notch. No notch on the Google Pixel. Well, if you remember, on the Google Pixel 3, it didn't have a notch. Only on the 3 XL it had a notch. But on the Google Pixel 4, it's not going to have a notch. Let's go ahead and talk about the Google Pixel 4 XL. 6.3-inch Quad HD display. Right now, rumor has it that it might have a 90 hertz display. We have to wait and see. Hopefully, it will have a 90 hertz display. Again, we got the Snapdragon 855 processor. And I don't know why we don't have the 855 Plus, but we got the 855 processor with 6 gigs of RAM. 6 gigs of RAM. Oh my God, this is gonna be a good day. All right, and we're gonna get 3700 milliamp battery on this one, which is great. 3700 milliamp on the larger model, and we're going to get dual camera setup, 16 megapixel, 12 megapixel respectively, and we're not gonna get a notch. This thing not gonna get a notch. So let's talk about one or two things that concerns me about the Google Pixel, and it's its price, right? And a lot of y'all guys might say, well, you got to pay to play. Look at the Galaxy Note. That phone is above $1,000. Look at the iPhone. That phone is above $1,000. And, you get what you get. Well, the Google Pixel looking like a $1,000 phone also. Best Buy have leaked the pricing information of the Google Pixel, which is looking like $999, but look like they might have pulled it, but a lot of people screenshotted it and posted it all over the place, and looked like Best Buy had the device at a very, very high price point. So, hey, I don't know whether or not there's going to be a 5G model at a $1,000 price point, but hey, listen, we getting $1,000 phones. I know a lot of y'all guys were saying that maybe the Google Pixel will be right at iPhone 11 territory at a $699 price point, and maybe the XL will be at the $800 price point. But look like we gonna get a $1,000 phone either way, whether that's gonna be a higher storage model and stuff like that. So that's something that concerns me a little bit about the Google Pixel. Another thing, 64 gigs of internal storage. Come on, man. In 2019, when you got the Galaxy Note and you can find the Galaxy Note right now relatively under the $1,000 price point, with 256 gigs of internal storage with SD card support, and all the bells and whistles with 3 cameras on the back and 1 camera on the front, and you get everything with the S Pen support for under $1,000 if you search hard enough. For having the device at 64 gigs of internal storage is laughable. Even if you do get unlimited storage as far as Google Pictures and all that stuff like that. Listen, man, in 2019, I don't see no devices that's at this price point besides Apple that can get away with 64 gigs of internal storage. Listen, man, 64 gigs of internal storage is a no-go. Plus, no headphone jack. Obviously, we know that the headphone jack era is over. I complain about that a lot on this channel as far as headphone jacks. But you know, we saw with the Google Pixel 3 and the Google Pixel 3 XL with no headphone jack, 64 gigs of storage. Look, man, hopefully Google will do something about that in 2020, that do not release a device at 64 gigs of internal storage. One of the key factors of the Google Pixel is the camera, right? I mean, everybody say the Google camera is the best camera on the planet. I mean, is it really the best camera on the planet? I mean, is it really? I mean, I've made a lot of videos about the Google Pixel. Look, I don't want this video to be totally negative here. I'm just speaking the truth as a tech preacher. I mean, I know that when I pull out my Google Pixel, take photos, God dog, the photos is great. The portrait, the bokeh effect on the device when they're taking photos is awesome. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But I mean, I take a lot of good pictures on phones. I mean, I have a whole bunch of phones here. I mean, I got LG phones, LG V40, LG G8. I mean, I got Galaxy phones. I got a lot of different phones that take really good pictures. And then you could post-edit them on software. Also, you could do editing right on the phone to give it a higher bokeh effect if you wanted to have that bokeh effect. So they got a lot of phones that does a lot of things with software. And I say this all the time, is that it's not about the optics, it's about the software. Why you think people would like to port the Google Camera app on other devices? Because it's not about the optics, it's always about the software. So taking it that the software gives it a very good bokeh effect and put the foreground as beautiful as the Google Pixel. I understand that a lot of people love their Google Pixel cameras. It is fantastic. But now in 2019, we've seen a lot of phones that really stepped up to the plate that gives a lot of good photos. And Google Pixel will have a good photo, especially with the dual lens support. So let's talk about the video camera. One of my biggest pet peeves that these companies talk about, that they got the best cameras on the planet, that they the win all be all, and everything in between. I'm an advocate on this YouTube channel. How could you have a pro video camera and you don't have manual mode? You don't have manual mode on the device. How could it be a pro camera? And this is my biggest pet peeve, and I've been talking about this for a very long time, and I slam Samsung for this, I slam Apple for this, and I'm going to talk about this when it comes down to the Pixel phone. Not having manual mode, you do not have a pro camera without manual mode. And I talk about this, adjusting your ISO, your shutter speeds, adjusting your mic balance and stuff like that. And clearly, when I talk about LG phones are having manual mode or pro mode, those cameras are going to be the win-all, be-all when they come down to software. Now, in order for these devices to have pro mode, you have to install a third-party app like Filmic Pro or Moment or something like that. Now, when they get on stage and they talk about that we're going to have the best cameras on the planet, these is going to be professional cameras and stuff like that. Cameras are subjective, but I believe that you cannot have a professional camera if you don't have manual mode. Now, granted that the Pixels, usually you can adjust a few things, but listen, man, not having full adjustment at your fingertips on video is a no-go. So let's wrap this up. You know, the Google Pixel 4, the Google Pixel 4 XL will be a very good phone. We got some things that I'm concerned about with the device. Pricing, right? 64 gigs of internal storage is another concern that I have about this device. Design choice is another critical thing that I'm concerned about with this device. So, Google Pixel fans, get down on your knees and kiss the feet of the new Google Pixel 4. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. I think that the Google Pixel 4 will be a very good phone. I can't wait to review it. I can't wait to put it to its test. I can't wait to put the cameras to the test. I can't wait to put it against the big dogs. I can't wait to give you my thoughts about this device. Wow, I'm excited. Welcome to Techtober. This is Eric. See you guys on the next video. Peace.